Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Uptown Harbour, and we're heading down towards Paphos. And you never know, if you're very, very lucky, you might get a glimpse of the downtown kid of Paphos Harbour. So sit back, kick off the flip-flops, light yourself a cigar or two, or a bit of Romeo and Juliet in, as I like to say. And of course, there's a superstar called Sir Derek Scully. He's coming to Paphos very, very soon with his Ochin Gracivia booth. And if we're very, very lucky, Sir Derek, we might get to bump into each other, have a drink, and perhaps do a bit of Romeo and Juliet in with our Ochin Gracivia booths. Big shout out to some of the superstars who like to come back and watch the little channel known as Marika and me. The girl in charge of the show, of course, that's the superstar, the girl from downtown Hartlepool. She likes to go for lunch in the marina now and again with one of her friends, Mr. Peter, and of course they have a great time as they look out across the blue, well, it's probably not blue, is it? It's probably grey North Sea, or whatever it might be called, I'm not sure. But that picture you sent, Dame Anne, with those little spotty clouds in the sky, reminds me of that view there. Look at that. Well, that's a view designed to take your breath away. Quite simply, if your name is Lady so sweet Caroline, that's a view to die for. Lord Nigel Big Guns is understanding that Miss Cooler's shop is down there somewhere, and he's starting to have a bit of a perusal of the Breitling catalogue, because he understands there's one or two with his name on them when he comes out in November. And talking about November, there's a couple of guys all the way from damp downtown Cardiff, and guess what? They're identical except for their names. One is Lord Jeremy and one is Lord Simon. Lord Simon is the elder and Lord Jeremy is the younger, and they're coming to Paphos in November, and they're going to have a great holiday indeed. Well, probably not actually, because it's going to start off with, well, not a bad night, although it probably will be a restless night, because they understand that the next morning, 10 AM on the dot, black S-Class will pull up, chuck them in the boot and take them to the Paphos Mall, and the Ochin Gracivia booth will be dancing the Chuchuchka in and out of every single shop until their wallets are absolutely, completely and utterly empty. And then, well, if you want, you can get a plank of wood and start paddling your way back to downtown Cardiff if you want. Anyway, thanks very much, boys, for being part of the fun. I've got a girl in charge of our legalities. She lives in downtown Krakow in Poland, and she is Miss Anna, my superstar. She really is. Good morning to you, Miss Anna. Good morning, Mr. Thomas, and a good morning to your son and my great friend, Mr. Bart. Miss Anna is the greatest lawyer in the world. And on top of that, she's actually a judge as well. So she can try you and acquit you every time I go through a red traffic light. So Miss Andrea, stop the lip. There you go. You enjoy your holiday in downtown roads, although you should have gone over to Fethia. Same weather, same sun, same sea, but that little bit cheaper. I promise you that. Good job you're all inclusive, isn't it? Because those cocktails at €7.50 a pop would have only cost you about €5 in downtown Fethia. And as I say, same sea, same sun, same people, same great time indeed. Where are we? Well, we're rapidly approaching the downtown Cato Paphos Limassol roundabout. That's what we're approaching. And at that roundabout, are we going to go Limassol to the left? No. Are we going to go towards Anabargos to the right? No. We're going to go straight over it. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to work our way down towards the Kid of Paphos Harbour area. And like I say, if you're very, very good indeed, if you're Mr. Andy and you're Miss Nessie and you're getting ready to come to Paphos in what, 25, 26 days now, isn't it? Just less than 4 weeks anyway, less than 4 weeks. I know what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So sit there and enjoy it, because it's coming soon. I'm going to light a cigar while we watch all this traffic. Look at that. There you go. That little bit of Romeo and Juliet in, especially for Mr. Derek Scully. Oh, he's a sir, actually. He is a sir now. And a big shout out to some of the crew, because there's quite a few people now who do like to watch. The family's growing over and over, and we do appreciate it, and thank you very, very much from the bottom of our two hearts. And if you're wondering how the channel is funded, well, YouTube doesn't pay very much. That's the truth, honestly. Contrary to all the rumours that there's all these billionaire YouTubers, it's not actually true. You've got to make money some other way, through offering your services and that kind of thing. And of course, lots of people like to go through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's Buy Me a Coffee. It's a little platform that's totally safe, it's totally secure. You hook up one of your little plastic friends, and of course you can treat us, salute us to a coffee or two. It's a virtual coffee, if you understand. So each time you hit that button, it's €5, and we do thank you very, very much indeed. And of course we pop that into the benzene tank, into the fuel tank, into the petrol tank, if you're watching from England. And that allows us to continue to go around making little videos for you. And now and again we get to buy a dress or two for the most beautiful woman in the world, and of course her name is Miss Anchin Leboeuf. You can also choose to be a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. More and more people are choosing to do it. We've got a Sir Philip and a Lady Sharon all the way in downtown, let me think, where is it? Is it Cornwall? Is it Cambridge? No, it's Cornwall. Downtown Cornwall. And of course, they regularly used to buy us coffees, and they regularly used to go and find us on the Super Thanks button on YouTube itself. And then they've understood that by contributing €10 a month, it's just done automatically, and it keeps the channel afloat. And we do thank each and every one of you who have done it. And of course, Lady Rachel, the man with a massive smile on his face, Sir Jason, in downtown York. Great pleasure to meet you, and it's a great honour to have you as a superstar family member. And we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts, as we keep telling you. Also on YouTube itself, like I say, you've got the thanks button. So where the thumbs up is, that's the like button. Doesn't cost you a penny to hit that, by the way. Scroll across, you've got thumbs down. Doesn't bother us that much, to be honest. But you've also got the shorts, you've got the downloads and clips and all those kind of buttons. And there's a heart-shaped button with a red $sign in the middle. If you love us, well, Sir Derek Scully, he loves us, and he goes and hits it now and again. Sir Ian Costa, oh yeah, and his beauty known as Lady Tina, he likes to hit that little button now and again. Sir John Ricey, well, he's hit that button once or twice, and he's also been to Buy Me a Coffee. Superstars amongst superstars, and of course we thank you very, very much indeed. Now, where are we? Well, we've just gone past Uptown McDonald's. Coming up in the, well, on the left hand side now is the former Debenhams. That's going to be knocked down, or that's the rumour, and they're going to build a 27-storey apartment block with apartments in there especially for you. Sorry about that, Miss Andrea, but you know, I can't be bothered to stop. I know the mayor, and of course I know the chief of police, and I'm in a black S-class, so basically I can do whatever I want. I always check to make sure there's nothing coming, but I really couldn't be bothered to put my foot on the brake, because I'm too busy tonking on my Romeo and Juliet, which of course is a cigar. Hopefully one or two of you are having a bit of a chuckle. I've no doubt that Lady Ali and Sir Neil, Sir Brian, they're laughing their little socks off, and they're getting ready to come to downtown Payer very, very soon indeed. And I'm pretty sure that Sir Neil is getting ready and planning his assault on the Golden Rose Flower Shop. I'm going to go up there every single day and buy some special flowers for, of course, the beauty in his life, and that, of course, is Lady Ali. And Sir Brian, well, he's watching us on a big screen, and he's very, very humbled that he's got a Sir before his name, and he's well deserved. And we're looking forward to seeing you in Paphos for the first time. That is for sure. Some other people that are coming, well, Anthony and Christina, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, they're coming soon. So that's Sir Anthony, obviously, and Lady Christina. They're coming to Paphos very, very soon. Recently got married, and well, I don't know, it could be a bit of a honeymoon, couldn't it? But I know they recently got married, because when he first joined the channel, she was soon to be Mrs. Fisher, if you understand. And now she is Mrs. Fisher. So that means they got married. So a big shout out to you. And hopefully you enjoyed your little video the other day when we went out to the water park. I understand you'll be residing in the Olympic Lagoon 5-star luxury resort. What's this good barrow stopped here for, eh? Probably on his mobile phone. You're thinking he's broken down, but no, he's on his mobile phone. There we go. What better place to stop? Exactly, at least he's stopped, I suppose, isn't it? So there's a bit of a logic in there. Let's keep going. We's a wiggling and we's a waggling through the area known as Universal. Very, very popular with people who come on holidays. Very, very popular area for people who buy holiday homes. Because if you're on foot and not in a car, you can get to Bar Street, to the Cape of Paphos, Promenade and Harbour area. Bar Street's going to take you 10 minutes on foot, maybe 20 minutes coming back. Who knows if you've had that a little bit too much. Promenade, what, 15 minutes? And a Harbour, 20 minutes. Hence, very, very popular place, isn't it? There you go. And in the summer season, it's packed to the rafters. There's no doubt about that. Like I say, tourists and people who own properties here, whether they be locals or foreign nationals, and like to come and hang out in the Universal area, because to be honest, like I say, you don't really need to rent a car. The roads around here, by the way, are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. I mean, they really, really are. If your name is Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, what I suggest you do is grab that memory foam pillow, but just before you do, pour a tot or two for the legend, for the superstar known as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. And here we go, Universal on a wiggle and on a waggle. And that's an old relic from the past, a Ford Fiesta. That's from like 1998. I had one in that colour, and it was a Z-Tech 2-door sort of sporty version. And what a great car it was. It really, really was. I used to nip around absolutely everywhere in it, and I loved that car. I bought it new in, when was it, August 1998 on an S-Plate, and I ran it for about 2 years, and then I swapped it and bought a Land Cruiser, a bit more sensible. In fact, I've still got the Land Cruiser, believe it or not. I've actually still got it in the UK, and it's in a friend's barn, and he, well, takes it out now and again and drives it, but he doesn't drive it very often because he's got a big Range Rover, so he's got a lot more money than me. Anyway, there we go. We're in Universal area. If anyone wants to buy a Land Cruiser in the UK, I am thinking about selling it. It's an 04 plated one. I bought it in 06, and if I remember right, it's only done about 28,000 miles. It's in dark grey metallic. It's got cream leather, and believe me, it's almost immaculate. And it's a diesel D4D. And you probably want to buy it. Tell you what, you give me £15,000 and it's yours. There you go. Absolute steal. Right, we're going to join the ring road in and around Paphos, and we are going to take a right. Probably the traffic light's going to go red. Look at that, terrible. Andrea, are you in charge of these traffic lights? That's what it is, isn't it? You've got this little box and you are flicking the button. So now we're stuck at the traffic lights trying to join the ring road. But anyway, see those people across the road on foot? Well, if you cut through there, like I say, you come up by the post office, or the former post office. If you wiggle round past that, you go past the curry house, especially if your name's Shady Tree and you've got a shady lady in your life, and you'll actually come out just up from the Alexander the Great Hotel. Whenever I mention them words, I know there's a few girls who get excited. Girl in charge of the show, Dayman, she's getting excited. Miss Nessie, oh, she's getting excited. Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, she's got very, very excited. And I bet Miss Maggie got excited as well. And I wouldn't be surprised that Julie Nash, oh yeah, all the way in downtown Wiltshire in a Range Rover, I bet she got excited as well. One of the best hotels in the world, the Alexander the Great. Sitting outside is Alex on his Hort Stavros, and he's waiting to welcome you. And if you're very, very lucky indeed, and your name is Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, even dismounts, Lord Nigel pops in a couple of euros, and she gets to ride the living daylights out of Stavros. What a horse. Wow. Here we are in a ring road, and we're going to take, shall we go past the big church? No, we're going to go straight. I promised you a view of the spectacality and the blueness and the beauty of the harbour, so that's where we're going. Stick with us for another 2-3 minutes of my complete and utter madness, and I promise you we're going to get to something special. And that's the big church. Now, Mr. Ian's told me what it's called a few times, but remember, I'm an idiot in a blue hat and a pair of sunglasses, and I haven't got a clue. But it's a big church, and it means if you go to the left, you're going to go into Cape of Paphos, and you literally are on the cusp of Bar Street. If you go to the right, where the, how'd you say it? Elpis Hospital, I don't know. Strange name for a hospital, but Elpis Hospital, you're on Russian Road. If you go up Russian Road, 50-60 metres, take a left, and you turn into the possibly one of the best hotels in central Paphos, and that is the Mayfair Hotel. Yeah, and we know the boss, and we know the general manager, and it is a great hotel indeed. And as we speak, there is a family of superstars from Geordieland, downtown Newcastle, and they're staying there, and they said that it's absolutely wonderful. There you go. Looking forward to meeting you in the harbour one of these nights, and we'll sit down, perhaps have a cigar, and perhaps have a coffee or two. What's going on with these traffic lights? Every traffic lights I come to is on red. Good job I went through one of them, isn't it? Because otherwise I would be very upset indeed. Look at that, that's one of those Range Rover Sport things, isn't it? One of the new ones. So someone's dropped like 100,000 euros on that car. What a nutcase. Well, he obviously got lots of money, or his daddy has, or whatever, but what a nutcase. Because I promise you, he's just lost 20,000. Simple as that. Wow, what a fool. Rich, but what a fool. Anyway, let's take a left. This is the Paphos Mall roundabout. Obviously, as its name would suggest, just over yonder is the Paphos Mall. We're going to go under the Paphos Skywalk. This is this walking platform up in the clouds. Well, it's not quite that high, but you know, it's above the road, so you can walk over without having to go on a zebra crossing. Hopefully you don't fall off. But anyway, here we go. Let's keep going. We're now in downtown Paphos, and we are rapidly approaching the harbour area. And if you're curious to know what the time is, by the way, it is now precisely 19 minutes past 11. Why am I telling you that? Because this video is going to be on YouTube at 12 o'clock. In other words, you're going to be watching this video in less than 1 hour from when it was made. We really are pushing the gauntlet today, because as Lord Ritchie in downtown Bratislava knows, it's going to take around 15 to 20 minutes to upload the video. Uh-oh, well, that's close. And on top of that, I've got to do the taglines, I've got to write the sentences, I've got to make the screenshots. Uh-oh, you never know. You might be watching this video late. No, you won't. I promise you. We're as live can be today. We're going to get down to the harbour, and of course, we're going to give you a spectacality review, and I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you do like what you see, hit that like, click that subscribe, and come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. One thing's for sure, the sky, whoa, it's looking blue. The sea, oh my goodness, it's got a turquoisey shade of blue. Mr. Paul, well, you know it, he's dressed head to toe in blue. So all that is actually missing is you. So want to get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because that was Mr. Nicholas there. And he said, all that's missing is you. That's Nicholas from the Easy shop. He was pondering, what's Mr. Paul doing? Look at that. That's the Ocean Flyer going out in the blue Mediterranean Sea. Lots of people walking around having a great time. Great time. Like I said, as Mr. Nicholas has just told you, all that is missing is you. Wow. Paphos Harbour renovations almost complete, by the way. On the left, they're on the final stretch now. Won't be long, and it will be waiting especially for you. And maybe they'll fill that pothole in while they're at it. What do you say? And even in the Mercedes S-Class, the roads are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. I'm going for a coffee and a cigar with Mr. Chris while I upload this video. Cheerio. Bye-bye. Bonsoir.